All right, what's good? What's good? What's good? Didn't shave today, man, so y'all get to see the gray hair in full effect. What's going on, Sir Douglas? What's going on, man? Duke, what's happening with you? Mr. Kamel, what's good? Focus ball, I see you out here shining. Oh, let me hit this mute. I see you out there shining, focus ball. You got your commercials on Dante's Boxing Nation. I was impressed. Everybody make sure y'all go over and check out Dante's Boxing Nation in the video that he did about Paulie. Yo, play a Paulie. His video about Yo, play a Paulie. And you can see Focus Ball and his products on the page. That's what's up, man. Avery first. And I am a customer. I have a Focus Ball. I do have one. So I have bought. What's going on, Focus Ball? Avery 81st was 81st. What's going on? Crush the Legend. Jesse Kumba, Macadon 1. Donald, the now 65-year-old G Grant. What's going on, Drew Titan? Jeff the producer, TC the Crisis. Michael James 616. What's going on, Leon Robinson and Avery Jackson? Salute to the LDBC. Mr. Mon, that super chat. Much love in that super chat, sir. Thank you very much. Let me get my gong in action. Where is it? Where it be at? Much love in that super chat. Thank you, sir. I'm gonna gong it up today. I've been slacking on my gongs. Topo Chico. Y'all scared me out of drinking Topo Chico, man. About calcium deposits, man. Come on, man. Salute from Area 51. Oh, man. What's good? Adam Rosario, what's going on, man? Mr. Sandman, what's going on? Appreciate the compliment. Thank you very, very much. I try. I can't say I'm the best, but I am my best. Hold on one second. I can't say I'm the best, but I am trying to be the best that I can be. And that's all I can do, man. What's the water? It is Topo Chico. Topo Chico, mineral water. Bottled at the source. Imported mineral water. I suspect that this is actually in Mexico. Made in Mexico. So it's Mexican mineral water. One time for the return of the gong. Much love in that chat. There you go. So that's Mexican water. Yeah, I'm drinking the Mexican water, man. Hey, I wonder if I pop dirty for Computerall if the WBC will let me off the hook. That's what the next thing they're gonna be like. Well, you know, it's in the Topo Chico. So Renee Boxian said, we got to get in here. We got that here in Mexico. You're right. I see it all the time. Yeah, man, I love it, dude. I love Topo Chico, man, but they said that it'll build up like calcium deposits, and because I don't want to get no kidney stones, so I slowed up a little bit, man. Hey, that's all right, man. You know, hey, dude, I just, this is my performance enhancer. So look, we got 72 people in the building right now, man. Let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Did I get Mr. Mont? Say thank you to Mr. Mont. I did. Hold on. Let me go. Yes, I did. And I appreciate your support. He said Topo Chico, go hard, had one yesterday. Yeah, man, they're good, man. But look, let's get to the subject matter of the video at hand, dog. Terence Crawford got chin checked yesterday. Did anybody see Terence Crawford get chin checked by Bob Arum yesterday? Bob said you dispensable. Ain't nobody indispensable, bud. So if Bob tells you you need to take that fight, you better take that fight. Fans or no, and you better take that money take that money he's giving you, because Uncle Bob said ain't nobody indispensable. And if you don't want to fight, next man up. Hell yeah, yanked him about yank that choker. He said we wouldn't get those Canelo privileges. I don't know, man. See, I don't think so. About as far as like the WBC, let me be very clear about the WBC. My take on the WBC. This is my take on the WBC. Okay, don't mean it's facts. It's just how I see things. Okay, I don't think that the WBC is like, I don't think they got shit against black people, the WBC. There's nothing that I've seen that would tell me that it has anything to do with the fighter being black or not being black. The WBC will treat them one way or the other. I do not believe that. I don't see that. It's about that moolah, baby. It's about the moolah. Now, with that particular circumstance, I do believe that is a financial thing. Because if you a big money earner, dude, the WBC is going to bend over backwards for you. If you ain't, you can suck a dick up till you hiccup. That's what it is with that. So I don't find like the WBC. I wouldn't put that on the WBC. I wouldn't. Bobby, like, if it weren't for me, Bud, sit down. Oh, that ain't no lie. Because when nobody else gonna pick him up. Bob, he got lucky to get Bob Arum, man. But you know, Bob, what's Bob Arum supposed to do? What's going on, Calvin Johnson? What's Bob Arum supposed to do? What's going on, Angie Wise? What's he supposed to do? Dude, he got to stay in business. And if he tells, but if he's like, look, dude, if you did, Renee Box said, Bobby, like, you resigned with me, so deal with it. But see, this is a good opportunity for Bud if he plays his card right. It's a good time. It could be a good time. Because if he wants them to fight under different circumstances, then hey, man, hey, that's my wife, Angie Wise. That's the wifey. I'm gonna call Angela Wise the wifey. Because that's my wife's name, Angela. Yeah, man, it's the perfect time to renegotiate. If he wants you to do something where it's something different than what you agreed to, that's when you say, okay, let's see how we can make it work for both of us. You want me to fight without fans? That's cool. I'll do it. But, you know, knock some years off this agreement. Right? Knock some years off the agreement. Okay? If you want me to do that, I'm cool. But look, hey, if it was for 3 years, cut it down to 2. Or when it comes back and then their fans, pay me a larger percentage of the gate for the fight to come up after the quarantine is over. See, I mean, there's ways that Bud Crawford could come out in a better situation, can make it work for him. Because Bob Arum has to do it. I mean, Bob Arum has to do it. He's got to stay in business. You know what I mean? He's got to stay in business, and I'm sure that he has expenses that are still coming out of his pocket for Top Rank. Top Rank has offices. They have office space. I'm sure they have regular employees. He's got to get paid. You know, his son-in-law's got to get paid. The people, you know, and they still have obligations that they got to meet with ESPN. So I would say, hey, if you want me to help you out, you know, shoot, but get it in writing. Get it in writing. Don't be like, yeah, you know, yeah, I'll cut your break. Yeah, do this for me now, and we'll negotiate when it comes back. You know, we'll renegotiate down the road. Nah, dog, I need the renegotiation to happen now. You want me to fight without crowds? Cool. Said, not a wifey type. You ain't been around me. I'm a perfect husband, dog. Perfect husband. Okay. Perfect. I know how to make women happy. I know how to make women happy. Trust me, I'm a vet at that. Depends on his career depends on this situation. Right back. What is that? Right back at you. That's what's up. You know what I mean? Hey, dude, I've been married a long time, dude. I know how to stay married. I know how it works, dog. And my wife, I love my wife to death, but she ain't to eat. She's a very particular person. Very particular person. You know how they say, like, your mama, you say, well, school me, OG. Oh, yeah, hey, that's for money. But people ain't gonna like what it takes. People are not gonna like what that shit takes to call him OG. I say call him OG, yes, sir. Bud better do what Bob says. Bob will sue him for breaching the contract. No, I can't force him to fight. I doubt very much that he can force him to fight. Like, I wouldn't say he probably wouldn't sue him for breach of contract. What he'll do is just fucking freeze him and not give him a fight. He can offer a fight to him. I don't know what his agreement says, but the ones that I've read, dude, as long as there's a certain number of fights a year that they're supposed to get you, But if they offer you the fight and you don't take it, there's nothing that Bob Arum did wrong. Oh, said do a Patreon on it for Fannon. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do. I've been working on my Patreon stuff. I've got this thing coming up on Bud Crawford for my Patreon. I got one actually because I told you guys at the beginning of the year, this was the year of the Patreon. But because of all the stuff going on, I haven't really been able to follow up like that and really have enough time to do the work. But I got in a groove yesterday. So my first, the whole story is going to be Terence Crawford versus Ricky Burns. Terence Crawford's championship fight against Ricky Burns. Everything that happened before the fight, during the fight, and after the fight that set up Terence Crawford to be the pound for pound king of boxing that he is right now, dude. Fannon, please take it easy on Paulie. He took too many hits on the head. Fuck Paulie. Fuck Paulie's daddy. Fuck Paulie. Every motherfucker on the planet named Paulie. Okay, fuck that shit. Fuck Paulie. Paulie's a piece of shit. That's what he is. Not taking shit easy on Paulie. Fuck Paulie, and I mean fuck Paulie. 100% fuck Paulie. And I've been around Paulie in his general position, his general presence. He's too fucking small, so definitely fuck Paulie. Paulie like a fucking mini-me, itty bitty little dude. Fuck Paulie, man. Paulie's on the other team. I'm thoroughly convinced now. Paulie is on the other team. That's my firm belief right now. Firm belief. Some people I don't know. Like, for example, Jim Lampley. I don't know about Jim Lampley. Like, Jim Lampley did a bunch of crap that I didn't like, but I've met Jim Lampley. And I was like, man, Jim Lampley is such a dude. Jim Lampley's a really nice guy. When you meet him in person, he's giving with his time, and the dude does not, he just comes off as a really nice guy. So I don't really know what crawled up his backside. What crawled up, I don't know what crawled up Jim Lampley's backside. Said Jim Lampley paints his nails. But Jim Lampley's, but he's not a jerk. Paulie Malignaggi, I've been around the dude. Seriously, man, no. That dude is calling people, that dude, in my opinion, I would guess, is sitting there calling you all kind of shit when you ain't around him. That's a dude that I believe would be prone to calling you every kind of N-word, monkey, spear chucker. I bet you he has a plethora of those insults that he will run off his fucking lips in a heartbeat when ain't nobody around. That's how fucking Paulie Malignaggi strikes me. Fuck Paulie Malignaggi. Fuck Paulie Malignaggi. Daily affirmation. Fuck Paulie Malignaggi. And Showtime, dude, dog, I don't care what kind of, I gotta cancel my shit. I gotta cancel the subscription. I learned yesterday that Showtime was gonna have a good program on for where they had like a boxing documentary similar to that basketball movie years ago, Hoop Dreams. They've got a boxing version of Hoop Dreams coming out, and I found that they bought it. It was announced yesterday that Showtime bought the rights up to it to show on Showtime, and now I'm gonna have to fucking bootleg it. Because I got to get rid of my suspension because of fucking Paulie. Yo, they still talking Bud Brook. Yes, sir. But hold on. They always calling on black people to be merciful. They never requested for us. Man, fuck Paulie Malignaggi. Angela White said, channel love. That's what's up. Much love in that super chat, Angie. Appreciate your support, man. Bogart Skrill, do you think Ruiz is a good fighter for Tyson return? For Mike Tyson's return? Hell no. Andy Ruiz will beat the piss out of Mike Tyson. This is what I want to happen with that, because of Holyfield, and I did a video today. About this. That, Evander Holyfield put out some cryptic message with comeback on it, right? And I was like, damn, dude, what the fuck are these dudes doing, man? Why is Holyfield talking about coming back and Mike Tyson coming back? This is some crap. That was my first thought. But then I was like, hold on. I know I've seen worse shit than that. Anybody want to bet what shit in boxing happened last year? What fights were heavily promoted last year that are worse than Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield in a rematch. Mike Tyson versus Holyfield 3, the 50s version, the senior citizen version, the Golden Girls version of Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield. There were fights last year that were worse than that fight. That fight should be made before. Does anybody got any? No. When I tell you the name of it, you're gonna be like, yeah, you're right. Damn, Anthony Ingram got it. Them fucking YouTubers. Dude, they had KSI versus Logan Paul, dude. KSI versus Logan Paul. I will take Evander Holyfield. I will take, what's going on, Regime Boxing? What's going on, man? Subscribe to my man, Code Redeemer Regime Boxing, man. You got a really good channel, dude. I check out your videos whenever I got a chance to do it. We'll call it the Grant War. Hell yeah, Grant too. But I would take that fight over those YouTube fights. Easy. I don't know if I would take it over like Liam Walsh, Liam Smith versus, Eggman Trout or whoever the fuck they got over there in the UK. I wouldn't say it's that they're those like low-level championship fights. I would take that over this. But if we're going to be doing YouTube fights, then we might as well be doing Hall of Fame exhibitions. Might as well, because I would rather see that fight, because at least those guys are real fighters. Fannon, did you talk about the title of this video yet? I got a terrible memory. Oh no, I'll tell you about it. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit, but I'll go back through it. No worries. What's going on, Raquan Bell? This is what happened. Bob Arum is talking about having fights. Oh, said Ortiz versus Liddell 3. Yeah, that was pretty bad, but that's MMA. Bob Arum is talking about having boxing matches behind closed doors, right? Just televised, no fans, where everybody would get tested for the COVID virus. And Terence Crawford had been asked earlier whether or not he would fight in a fight with no fans. And what Terence Crawford said was they would have to pay me more money to do that. And the reason he said that they would have to pay him more money is because a portion of his pay comes from the gate. And if there's no fans, there's no gate. As a result, he's not going to make as much money for the fight as he would make if there was a crowd there. So what he's saying is, in order for me to do that, Bob Arum they're going to have to pay me extra money, get it from somewhere else to pay me, to pay me my going rate. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. And Bob Arum said, testing for COVID, but not PEDs. Oh, who was that? There's testing for PED. I think WBC said that they've started their doping tests again, if that's what you mean. But yeah, Rod Schwartzman, KSI versus Logan Paul. I would take that. I would take Holyfield, Evander. I would take George. I would take George Foreman, Larry Holmes. I would take George Foreman, Larry Holmes before I would take a KSI Logan Paul fight, and it would be a better value because at least they're fighters. But back to what about Bob Arum's situation. Bob Arum is saying, look, though, if you don't want to do that, next man up. I'm gonna have somebody else fighting, and Terence Crawford won't fight. So, oh man, damn! Much love in that, Chris Perkins, man. Much love in that super chat, man. Appreciate that, man. That's big time. Thank you, sir. Thank you, and thank you to the wifey, Angie Wise. Said not the wife type, dude. I might like you if you ain't the type. If you ain't the wife type, but I got a lovely wife, love her to death. And yeah, I'll do a video on how to stay married, but it ain't easy work. It ain't easy work, especially for cats that got excessive like alpha male tendencies, like thought patterns. Like you got to be really, if you're that type of dude, like that real, like I'm the alpha type of dude. If you are that type of dude, you got to find a special type of woman. You got to find a special type of woman. But if you just are trying to deal with just like the type of women that I like to deal with, dude, that's going to be tough, dog. That's going to be tough. You got to be like, you got to know how to get along, man. You got to know how to get along, man. How to put your stuff how to put your ego on the back burner from time to time, and how to encourage her and help her solve her problems. Because if you become like a business partner and a friend primarily to your wife, your marriage has a lot better chance of surviving, because you guys are on a path together, trying to accomplish things together. It's my opinion that whenever you're trying to have a relationship with somebody, and it doesn't really even matter what the type of relationship you have, right? Chris Perkins said, I'm new to this channel. I love what you're about, bro. Keep up the good work, man. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that, man. We need supporters over here, and we definitely going to do it. But here, let me just finish this up, because you ain't got to super chat that. I mean, you ain't got to do a Patreon on that. That shit is valuable. There's a lot of guys that, at least I think, that they make mistakes when it's like my way or the highway. Like if you're a my way or the highway type of person, dude, she's going to pick the fucking highway eventually. And she's going to take a lot of your shit on the highway with her. Straight up. That's how I've seen it. But like, I was raised by, my father and mother have been married, my entire life. My father's father and my grandmother were married, from the time they got married till the day they died, they were married. Same thing for my great-grandfather. And my marriage is over 20 years. My brother, who I love to death, he was married, but his marriage, he is no longer married. And I've got a lot of friends, dude, who were married one time and then they got married and they got divorced and they got married again. But I think, once you're married, you have an easier time if you guys really do have goals that you're working on together, because it's that pursuit of a goal that will keep you guys both, focused on what the other person needs to achieve it. How to say, pick the right damn mate. Yeah, that's important. But I mean, shit, but see, here's the thing. When you get married, the person that you marry is not going to be the person that you're married to in 5 years. They're going to be different people. They're going to have different interests. They're going to be at a different stage in their life. Circumstances that are going to happen in your life that are going to shift and fundamentally change the way that you see the world over a course of years. So, you got to pick the right one, dude, but also, really have a commitment. He said for charity, I think Mike is coming out for charity. Oh yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. But look, man, the first key to staying married is stay married. You know what I mean? Stay married, because if you get divorced, that's it. You got to work through some of the stuff, because it's going to be ups and downs. But the most important thing is the whole alpha thing that I hear people go through in their head. That's just not going to last over the long run. It's not. Unless you have somebody, like I said, unless you have a special mate, and like that's somebody, and that is a relationship that she can relate to. But just being Mr., my way or the fucking highway, I'm the man, it's my shit, it happens my way, and you do what I say, all that shit, dude, that shit's bull. Hey, fuck out. Hey, dude, how would you deal with somebody that tried to live with you like that? You know what I mean? Where you have to answer to them and it's like you fucking work for them? Fuck out of here, dude. The only way that was my thing. So I try to treat my wife the way that I want to be treated, which is, dude, I don't want to be told what to fucking do all the damn time. You know what I mean? But eventually you realize that it's smart to try to do things that they like you to do without being asked. There's just a lot of different little shit, man, that I think is right, man. He said, I was married from 18 to 48, fuck marriage. Oh, yeah. 30 years, yeah. But you got married at 18. The fuck you doing getting married at 18 for? You ain't supposed to get married till you're like 30. Hell no. If I was married from age 18, I'd be the fuck out. Dude, you was married 30 years before you hit 50. No. That's some shit. No, I'm not doing. Like, hell no, 30. Age 30. And the only reason I would say shit at 30 is because women at 30 years old, that's around the time you got to have babies. You got to hurry up and get them babies out. If you don't, at 30, it's time to start working on the babies. But if you ain't trying to have, like, first of all, if you ain't even trying to have kids, why the fuck you getting married? But number two, fuck all that married at 18 shit. You got to do what you got to do from 18 to 30. Damn, hell no. Angie, you was married for 30 years. Are you playing? Hey, dude, I say Renee Jims from Fannon, take notes. I'm telling you, dude, fuck all that getting married when you're 22, 23, 26. Hell no. He said, damn, bro, you missed out on a lot of tail. Yeah, from 28 to 2, that's your prime shit. Hell no. No. I would say that's the first thing. Don't get married at 18. Oh, 2 marriages. Okay. Married for 20 years and love it. I guess I got lucky. Yeah, you're a good person and easy to get along with, or not, and want to work. And yeah, you got lucky into somebody and you guys want to stay together. I got really lucky too. Trust me, I got real lucky. Super duper lucky. But anyway, man, marriage at 26 and still married. Yeah, 26 is doable, but 18? You better be fucking Amish or some shit to get married at 18. Hell no. I'd tell my son in a minute trying to get married at 18. Are you fucking nuts? You know how much shit you don't even know what to do with the pussy at 18. I mean, damn. You gotta get out there and do some shit. You gotta work. Dog, you don't even know what to do with it at 18. Like, hell no. You was 35? That's what's up. 35 is cool. I was 30. I got married at right around 30. And I wasn't ready at 30. I definitely wasn't ready at 18. If 18, I'd have been the fuck. Dude, 18? No. I'd be having all kind of mid-age crisis. If all the shit that I did between 18 and 30, dude, that's the only reason I can see somebody being married at 18 is your ass Amish. You know what I mean? Hell no. I think people marry young for religious reasons. I don't know. Well, I don't know what would drive somebody to do that shit. First, I would hope, but here's the thing. It depends on the type of chick that I would say that you should want to marry is not going to marry you at 18. They're not going to marry you at 18. The type of woman that you need right now in this environment, in this world, will not marry you at 18. Because at 18 years old, their ass is going to be fucking going to school or working on some shit to get their money right. I mean, if you marry a woman at 18 and she's having babies at 18, 19, what is she going to be doing when she's 32, 33 years old? You know what I mean? I would say, but that's my thing, because I just think you need two. You need 2 incomes now. You need 2 incomes. Say 30, yo, Fannon, you look just a couple years older than 30. Hell no, dog. I am 50. 5'1". Actually, I'm 5'1", dog. I'm 5'1", 51. I'm checking out this bitch in about 30 years, nigga. I'm putting in my time. Cha-ching. You said marry me or you go back to being homeless. I'm a survivor. I said marry me or you go back to being homeless. Oh, I'm a survivor. Oh, I'm a survivor. Yeah, dude, 3 incomes, 2 hustles. Yeah. Dude, that's the type. I mean, why would y'all marry a chick at 18, dude? When you could go find a woman that's like 30, 28 and 30. She just got done with her undergrad. She could have just got done with her MBA. She's right on the time where she's like, I want to have a family and I want to have a career. This is my baby time frame. And I have babies from like age 28 to age 34, fuck around and have 2 kids, 3 kids tops. And then before you fucking know it, you're 50 years old. You're going to have your kids in the house a lot longer. You're going to have your kids in the house a lot longer, but you'll be mature enough to be able to stay in the house with them. I mean, at 20, man, Joseph, damn, y'all just treating the brother really nice today. Andre Joseph, much love in that super chat, man. Look, man, young men, I'm telling you, fuck that. I'm going to give you hey, look, man, I'm just gonna give you the skinny, okay? For young black men, okay? Especially if you're a nice looking dude and you take care of your build and you're about your business, okay? This is a way to success. Now, I'm not saying that this is the only way, but I'm saying this is a way to success. First, women, don't fuck around with women that you do not really, really want. And I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about as far as like your goals in life. Nurses, therapists, doctors, professional women who are highly educated and work in secure fields. Secure fields. They will pretty much ensure your ass will never fucking be homeless out on the fucking street if your shit fucks up. Okay? Because we're not living in an environment where the man is going to be the sole provider of income and the wife is going to be sitting at home doing what the fuck you tell them to do, cleaning floors and all that shit. I would get that shit I would get that shit the fuck out of my brains first and foremost, and look for a chick that is smart. Me and my brother, we used to have this conversation because first of all, I learned right away never to listen to my brother about women early on. But my brother used to say, I don't want a smart woman. I don't want a woman because I don't need a woman to do my homework. And when he said that, I thought to myself, you're out your fucking mind. I need some women to help me with my homework because all the straight A students, most of the straight A students were women. The people handling the ones in my school, the ones that were handling the business were women. While men and boys is running around doing whatever dumb shit, there's a whole bunch of girls reading. Ever notice that black women read books? And like just your average everyday black woman will read a book. You ain't getting your average black man to read. The average black dude ain't read a book ever, if ever. You know what I mean? And if they say they read the book, more than fucking likely they skimmed that shit. But there are plenty of black women who are really set and disciplined and really pursuing careers. Fuck with them, okay? Like the hoochie chicks that dress out of Fashion Nova. I don't know how I got Fashion Nova on to like be showing these ads when I go through videos, but I'm like, damn, do chicks really wear this shit? But them dead ass Fannon, he said, he said, my daughter reads for fun already. Dude, you got to fuck with them type chicks, dude. Them. Because they are eventually, dude, they're going to have careers and they're going to be making money and they're very stable people. And that's what you're going to need. You're going to need somebody it's fucking stable. Okay? Not the Fashion Nova chicks with the booty shaking, all of that shit. All them chicks that are trying to, any chick that could conceivably be a gold digger, you need to stay the fuck away. Unless you by gold digger, you mean these motherfuckers are trying to dig some gold out for themselves. But that's number one, dog. I would fuck around and look for women like that and stay away from the chicken heads, stay away from the neighborhood girls that you just, stay away from all that shit. They're very, very fun. They're very fun, but that shit is not going to go 40 years. You know what I mean? Very, very, he said, oh, focus about Fannon, I read a lot. Yeah, most people, yeah, but you're rare. I bet you we got 100 black dudes in here, man. Y'all ain't read a book this year. Y'all ain't read a book this year. AKA no strippers. Oh yeah, no strippers, dude. Hey, much love. Thank you for joining Chris. Hey man, can we get some applause from the man Chris Perkins joined the channel. Much love, man. I appreciate your support. Look, that's just my thing. That's my thing, dude. Bump that. Because I made a good decision. I want a girl that can do my homework. Straight up. Because they're going to be lawyers. They're going to be doctors. They're going to be nurses. They're going to be I-reads. Junior True says I-reads, bro. Yeah, But, Fannon Book Club. I want proof. I want proof, dog. I want proof that y'all out there reading and out there keeping. I said I read a couple, but not like. I mean, these women be sitting there on the bus, man, to reading these. But anyway, man. I would say that is pretty much the best way that you go. First of all, pick the right one. The right one is not these chicken heads. I'm telling you, and 91st, and them chicks don't wind up even looking very good. At least the ones that like the ones that go to school and get the professional kind of, you know, get into that thing, you might fuck around and get lucky and have one of them be like be a nutrition freak, be a nutrition and an exercise freak. A whole bunch of them get into that. Then you've got an older lady who's very mature, who planned out her family, you know, and then also works out and keeps herself up. I would stay away from them chicken heads, man. Them chicken heads. What do you guys call chicken heads these days? I know fat is out of fashion. What's the new term for a chick that ain't got shit going on? Except for trying to hook up with somebody, some dude that got some shit going on. Whatever the new term is, man, stay the fuck away from them, man. Go get the ones that got hoes. Yeah, stay away from them. The ones that, if they got free time on their hands. Oh, we still stay that? You still say that? All right, good. Dude, them chicken heads, the ones that got time on their hands, that never got shit to do, man, hell no. Go away, man. They're called moochers, chicken heads. Yeah, man, moochers and chicken heads. I don't care what they look like, dude. I don't care what they look like. Matter of fact, the better looking, the more quickly you need to get the fuck away. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's my take. When mad standards must be educated or have her own stuff in life, got much better and no kids, more than one. I mean, once you're like at our age, well, my age, you know, if I wasn't married, I'd be cool with a woman that had kids, you know, because the kids would damn near be grown. Because I ain't never gonna fuck around with nobody that is more than half of my age plus 7, you know. At 28, you can get Arius. I'm not sure, Mel Brazil. What does that mean? Johnny R said, unfortunately true, old saying, and if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. I read, but I sell finance and insurance. Yeah, you want to hide it, stick it in a book. Now, dudes don't really read like that now. Dudes don't really read like that. And the problem, but then, you know, just what it is, man. But then again, men, like I would say to the same thing like with women. Dude, you find a dude with a trade. Like I'm really didn't understand how much I underestimated trades when I was a kid. Dudes like trades. That's why I say the women that you should pick should be someone like a nurse, a nurse, somebody that has a trade, somebody that can take what they do, pick it up and move it to wherever they want, man. My sister-in-law is a nurse, man, and I'm telling you, her husband, who's a great guy, never a luckier dude there ain't a luckier dude on the planet. There ain't a luckier dude on the planet than him, having met her. Because it was her second marriage. She was a nurse. She wanted a kid, and she believes in family, right? Because if you believe in family and you want your child to be raised in a household with a father and mother, you're going to be that much more likely to see it all the way through. If you're in there with somebody that doesn't necessarily have that opinion, somebody that's like, yeah, man, you know, maybe I'll stay married, maybe I won't stay married, then, you know, shoot, it's a lot easier for the many more things will break it up. Focus Ball said, my wife is working to be a nurse now. We are both fitness professionals. Yeah, and that's a very smart move. That's a very smart and stable move for you. He said, facts, I would have taken a tease up before attending college. I'm not sure what that means. Folks, while I read the whole Bible plus books, removed it from learning Hebrew so I can read the Hebrew version. That's what's up. Stop showing off, Folks Ball. All right, all smart Negroes that like to read, stop fucking showing off. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Folks Ball, do you have 5 black male friends that you know are reading? 5 that you know outside of school. I'm not talking about some shit where motherfucker had to read for school, but you just willy fucking nilly sitting on your couch grabbing a book and reading. Do you know 5? I know 5 women for sure. I know 2 of them are in my house. My daughter she would just pop up like, oh yeah, I read that. Like, when the fuck did you read that? I don't know, last week. You know, this book after book after book piling up. Yeah, Focus Ball said, I know 3. Exactly, you know about 3 of them. I meant serious because the average graduate is 25, and then you got 2 to 3 of doing you. So after 28, yeah, I would say after 30 because you get a time to fuck up enough. You know, you got enough time to fuck up enough and enough time to get bored. Like, that's what, for me, so for me, when I got married, I've never had an interest to go to a club, to go to a nightclub ever again. I have, because I went to so many of them for so many years that it really got old. You know what I mean? Really got old. Because I was going to clubs from the time I was 16 up till I was like 20. By the time I got to 26, I was like, oh, Lord, I didn't want to go, man. I had completely stopped going to clubs and all that stuff well before I got married. But in order to get that way, you have had to have done it. You don't want to like get married, be 3 years into it and be like, you know, I never went to a club. I never smoked weed. I never like, I know that I don't want to cheat on my wife. Like, I know it. So like, that's not even like something, a serious, the beautiful dime piece could come up to me and I don't have any fucking interest in it because I already know I know what it's like to have tricked off because I waited so long before I got married and I had plenty of girls that I dated besides my wife that I tricked off on. And I know what the ramifications of tricking off is. The shit's not worth it. Because all you're going to wind up with most times is 2 headaches instead of 1. And then you're going to have 1 gigantic fucking headache if the shit goes wrong. And if the shit really goes wrong, you can have 2 gigantic fucking headaches. It's just not worth it. But that's why I say wait till you're older so that you can learn that in a safe environment. Exactly. Almighty Law said, fact, get that shit out your system. Absolutely. Get it out your system, dude. I told my son that. I was like, man, why you want a girlfriend? It's like, man, are you 16 years old? What do you want a girlfriend for? It's like, he's not 16, he's 14. But I was like, why would you want one? Because if you don't have one, you can date whatever girl you want. So why would you tie yourself down at 16, 17 years old into some committed relationship? For what? You know what I mean? You might as well just be like, nah, I ain't really into, hey, we can go out, we can do whatever you want to do, but I'm not really wanting to settle down with anybody. I just want to have a good time with you. If you want to settle down with somebody else and don't want to hang out anymore, I'm cool with that too. But I'm just not ready for that in this stage of life. And don't have a girlfriend until you get to be in your 20s. Because otherwise, dude, you just set yourself up for a lot of drama. You said, wait till you're 40. No, I need grandkids. 40 year old, fuck all that. You got to get shit popping. 40 years old, you got to get it popping, dog. Your ass is old. Hell no. 40 years old, who are you going to marry? Like 40, what's half your age plus 7? You're looking at a 27-year-old. At 40, you're looking at a 27-year-old. At 27 years old, if you are going to get married, and I don't personally understand why anybody would get married without having children. That doesn't make sense. Like, you might as well just live by yourself. At least that's how I view it. So anyway, it is what it is on that. Roy, let's get back to boxing. Yo, the other day, Dan Rayfield said nobody in the middleweight history toys with a prime GGG and people went with it. It's crazy how easy it is for them to trick thousands of people online. Hold on, you trying to tell me that Dan Rayfield said something the other day? Where did Dan Rayfield, where's he talking? I thought his ass got canned. I thought ESPN did to him what Paulie, play a Paulie, what I thought HBO is, what I think Showtime should be doing to play a Paulie. I thought he got his ass fired. Oh, he said it on Twitter? Okay, so nobody in history plays with Gennady Golovkin, but plenty of people will beat him. I mean, I don't get that. Yeah, okay, nobody would. Let me read that statement again. Make sure I understand it. The other day, Dan Rayfield, Fat Danny, said nobody in the middleweight history toys with prime GGG. Toys with him? I don't get that. Toys with him. Nobody has an easy time with him. Bernard Hopkins will beat the piss out of Gennady Golovkin. Beat the piss out of him. Roy Jones Jr. at 160 pounds will toy with Gennady Golovkin. That's somebody right there at 160 pounds will toy with him. James Toney will beat the piss out of Gennady Golovkin at 160 pounds. I just named 3 guys that all fought in middleweight at around the same time, and all of them will toy with Gennady Golovkin. All of them. Gennady Golovkin has like 0 fucking chance of beating Roy Jones at 160 pounds. And Roy Jones will toy with him. He will do the chicken. He'll stick his hands behind his back, stick his tongue out, flap like a fucking rooster, spin, do a 360 spin, and punch him dead in his fucking mouth before Gennady Golovkin gets a jab off. Roy Jones Jr. at 160 pounds is a massacre of Gennady Golovkin. Gennady Golovkin is too fucking slow of hand. He's too slow of foot, and he doesn't hit as hard. Man, please. Gennady Golovkin will get mopped by Roy Jones Jr. at 160 pounds. That is absolutely silly. Not today, though. What is not today? Royal hard scrap. What's not today mean? I'll wait for the answer too. Who should Roy Jones Jr. fight then at 160? I don't understand your question. Who should he fight? Nobody. He's retired. But who did he fight at 160? He fought James Toney at 160. He fought James Toney at 160. And he fought Bernard Hopkins at 160. He beat 2 Hall of Fame fighters at 160 in their prime. No one toys with him today? I don't know. I think somebody could toy with him. Demetrius Andre. I think Demetrius Andre would toy with him. I don't think that shit's a close fight at all between Gennady Golovkin and Demetrius Andre. Demetrius Andre will beat Gennady Golovkin, and he'll beat Gennady Golovkin easily. Easily. I think Demetrius Andre toys with him. Now, I would say Jamal Charlo will beat him, but I don't think he would toy with him because he doesn't have that style. He's going to come at you, he's going to jab, he's going to try to knock your ass out. Demetrius Andre, on the other hand, that motherfucker going to do bop. He's going to be doing them Sugar Ray Leonard wind-ups. Boop, right in the mouth. Man, hell no. Now, I don't think Charlo toys with him. I think it's a fight where Charlo will win, but I don't think he's going to toy with him because the type of fighter that Jamal Charlo is more. He's more of a jab, straight right hand, left hook type of fighter. So there's not going to be any awkward playing, and he doesn't do all that shit. Like he doesn't do like what Terence Crawford does. Like Terence Crawford will play with you. You know what I mean? Stick his tongue out, all that shit. Terence Crawford has the ability to play with you. I don't think, and the willingness to play with you. Versus Errol Spence. Errol Spence ain't playing with you. You know what I mean? Errol Spence Jr. is going to go in there and trying to hurt you. Terence Crawford is trying to hurt you, but he might clown you at the same time. He might clown you at the same time. But Demetrius Andre will beat Gennady Golovkin. I'll put money on that shit, and I hardly ever bet. I'll put money on that. Gennady Golovkin is not that good, dude. Gennady Golovkin is one of the more overrated fighters of the last decade. This dude is still in the top 10 pound for pound by ESPN and Ring Magazine. How? I have no fucking clue. Nello knocks him out. Maybe in the next time. Angela Wise, much love in that super chat. Appreciate you. Plant and Andre like to style on people. Dave Box Circle. But see, I wouldn't say Plant because Plant's at 168 pounds. Junior B, that's a weight class up. So at a weight class up, you said they could have given that fight to Jacobs. Yeah, and I'm not big on Jacobs. I mean, I think Jacobs is a good fighter. I think he's a good fighter, but I think he was a little scary with Gennady Golovkin. I think he was scary with Gennady Golovkin, and he's probably scary because of his chin. You know, Gennady Golovkin can crack, and Daniel Jacobs has been cracked against, what's the name of the guy that beat him? Pirov? Is it Pirov? Demetrius Pirov? Is it Pirog or Pirov? I can't remember the guy's name, but he was a hell of a 168. Matter of fact, Demetrius Pirog was probably as good. He might have been better than Gennady Golovkin. Pirog, thank you. Y'all leave Big Bone Dan alone? Hell no. Dude, I'm tired of these dudes, man. I ain't leaving none of these dudes alone. I'm sick of them. Dude, if Paulie Malignaggi is going to be that unabashed about what he says, and these guys don't care, no, seriously, fuck them all. All of them. Because there will be no request for an apology. Paulie Malignaggi will not apologize for what he said. And what he said was far more offensive than what Devin Haney said. And Devin Haney went and apologized in exchange for a WBC championship now. I mean, from what I could see, he got rewarded for that, for apologizing. But that, even now with Paulie saying that, it even makes it more like, damn, I wish Devin would have just been like, hey, man, I'm not going to make any more comments on it. No comment. No comment. Hey, I can understand why you think that, but nah, no comment. I don't sincerely regret saying some shit that didn't insult you. But, you know, he's got to apologize. Hamad S. said, Pirog, GGG was slated to fight him in 12, but he got back injury and was forced to retire. Real good fighter. Yeah, absolutely. He was a beast, man. Beautiful style. Oh, the machine talking about Pirog? Yeah. See, and Pirog cracked Daniel Jacobs. So maybe that's in the back of Daniel Jacobs' mind when he got in there with Gennady Golovkin. But then Daniel Jacobs got walked by Canelo. He got walked by Canelo. That was an easy fight for Canelo. Am I exaggerating, or am I putting too much mustard on that? Was that an easy fight for Canelo? Because as I recall, I thought Canelo was winning that fight easy the whole time. So yeah, I'm just not that big on Daniel Jacobs. GGG has a documented history of ducking fighters. After Abel said he KO'd anyone between 154 and 168, he ducked Ward, Lara, Andrade, and Charlo, etc. Yeah, Gennady Golovkin, but see that whole thing with Andre Ward, that was just ridiculous. You remember that? How they had that conversation about him acting like he was going to beat Andre Ward? I wanted that fight so bad. Please let Gennady Golovkin fight Andre Ward, so that shit could all get flushed. All get flushed. That dude was going to get mocked. I mean, mocked. He was going to get knocked out for sure. Gennady Golovkin was going to go to sleep if he would have fought Andre Ward. To sleep. But he had sense in not making that fight. Stanley Sims said, Errol the True Spence is a beast, and Terence Bud Crawford is a beast too as well. And I like both fighters, but I don't know who's going to win that fight when they both fight. Very interesting. I am telling you, I believe that is Errol Spence Jr. that is going to beat Terence Crawford. And the more fights that I watch from Terence Crawford, the better fighter that I think Terence Crawford is, and the more sure I am that Errol Spence Jr. is going to beat him. That is a. See, I originally, Cali Enigma, what's going on, Cali Enigma? Originally, I scored 10-2 to Alvarez, but I readjusted 8-4 to Alvarez over Jacobs. Yeah. So it's a wash. It was a walk. It's a wash. Yeah, that's how I felt about it. Oh yeah, but the more I watch the two fight, because I said I'm doing on the Patreon. Hopefully I'll be releasing the first one today, the Terence Crawford Ricky Burns one today. And it's in the series is called The Whole Fight, The Whole Truth, and it's basically covered. I'm going to cover all these guys' fights and the things that went on around them. Man, nah, I don't see it, because Terrence, I mean, I just think that the patterns that Terence Crawford gets into, I think that they're all switched up for a southpaw like Errol Spence. Like him coming forward and being aggressive in the orthodox stance, I don't see him being able to do that with Errol Spence Jr. because Errol's a southpaw. And that's what Bud likes to do from the orthodox stance. He likes to walk you down in the orthodox stance. I have to look again, but I've not really seen him fight defensively for any period of time in the orthodox stance. It's really the southpaw stance is the primary defensive stance that he has the ability to be aggressive in, but his kill you stance is orthodox. So when he feels like he got you in trouble, he'll go to the orthodox stance. When he feels like you might be getting comfortable or you might be getting in a rhythm, he switches from orthodox to southpaw. I don't know if those switches work for Errol Spence. And he does like to take time and try to figure out fighters. And I think Terence Crawford I think Errol Spence is a southpaw speed match. And he's just so much better than everybody else that he fought. And the guys that he fought are so much worse than Errol Spence Jr. that, I don't even know if he's really taking the fights necessary, to step up to that level. I know that sounds crazy, but it really is. Errol Spence Jr. is a big step-up fight for Terence Crawford at this stage in his career. Now, Errol Spence Jr., though, for Terence Crawford, I don't know if Errol Spence Jr., that's a step-up fight for Errol Spence. Like as in step up a whole level. He's already fought guys that might not be as good as Terence Crawford, but are already at that world champion, that world champion level, like a Kell Brook, like Sean Porter. Those guys are at that championship level. Those guys fight at that level and they're top-notch talents. Ricky Burns, if you go through Terence Crawford's, like Breidis Prescott, which was his first big win, is Breidis Prescott. So, he was basically he wasn't a journeyman, but he was like a fringe contender at the time Terence Crawford beat him. He said, television, it's not a step up, it's a triple jump up. It's a big jump up. But then you look at his next, Ricky Burns. Ricky Burns, he whooped Ricky Burns' ass now. That wasn't a close fight. Even though it went to decision, he probably would have stopped Ricky Burns if it was at 140 pounds, because I do think Terence Crawford was a little drained at lightweight. But then like Yuriorkis Gamboa, Felix Diaz, Postal, who else did he fight? Who else did he fight up there? Thomas Delorme, guys like that. That's none of those guys are Sean Porter level fighters. None of those guys are Kell Brook level fighters. So I just think that it's going to be a step up. But Terence Crawford is just so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that dude is really, really, really talented, man. And he's got a real rhythm. Yeah, Frank Lundy was a good fight, though. Lundy was in there, man. My wife was clowning. Man, my wife was in the room when I was watching the Terence Crawford-Lundy fight, and my wife was like, who the fuck you think he is? He's like, why is he mean mugging? That shit's a bad look. That's a bad look. My wife was clowning on him, like, little dude. He's like a little dude walking there with that, kind of looking, trying to look mean. But he did his work in there. He put some work in there, man. I'm telling you, dude, that's why I thought Sean Porter would be a tough fight for him, man. I'm telling you, Sean Porter would be a tough fight for Terence Crawford. Tough fight for Terence Crawford. Lundy got smoked. Dog, Lundy got smoked. Lundy got knocked out. Lundy didn't get smoked in the sense that, like, he got completely outclassed. He was just little. He's just like fighting little mini-me, man. He just fighting little me, just little. Hank Lundy looked like he's about Vasily Lomachenko size. Matter of fact, let me look up Hank Lundy. Hank Lundy was putting in work on Bud, man. Don't act like he wasn't. Little itty bitty dude. Little spot. They got him listed at 5'7", but I don't believe it, dog. I don't believe it. When did he lose to John Molina? When was the Terence Crawford loss? Oh yeah, after he had already lost to Mauricio Herrera, Thomas Delorme, Victor Puz. He was already like journeyman status at that point in time, fighting at lightweight. But that fight with Terence Crawford was at 140. Light title. What the fuck is a light title? But he's a lightweight, fighting at 135 pounds. He's probably, Hank Lundy probably would have been best at 130 pounds, man. Like, Hank Lundy should have been fighting at 130. But he's not one of those fighters that they're going to cut that type of break to. They're going to have him fighting big fighters. You know? Crawford has proven a proven chin. You tripping anytime he got hurt. He came back stronger. Bashid, stop. Pause, dog. You gave it up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? Bashid, you know you done fucked up, right? With what you said. You know you done fucked up, right? Big time fucked up. Crawford has a proven chin. You tripping. Anytime he got hurt, he got hurt. He got hurt. Anytime he got hurt, which means multiple times he got hurt, dude. Multiple times. That is not a great endorsement of your chin, okay? That is not a great adjustment. When you say anytime he got hurt, he recovered, dude, how many times has Sean Porter really been hurt? You know you done fucked up, right? How many times has Sean Porter been hurt? Like Bud Crawford. I've seen Sean Porter dropped and he wasn't hurt. Like Terence Crawford got hurt by Gamboa. I've seen him dropped and he didn't get hurt that bad. He got dropped by Adrian Bronner and did not get hurt that bad. And he went down. He got dropped by Errol Spence and got up and kept fighting. He didn't even look like he was hurt. But I've seen Bud get hit by body shots that had him reset. I've seen him get clean clocked by Ricky Burns and have him reset. That's not a best endorsement, dog. You gotta, next time you say that, man, you gotta be like, hurt, win against versus. Man, are you trying to tell me he didn't get hurt by Gamboa? He admitted he got hurt by Gamboa. Dog, come on, man. Come on, man. You can't be out here, dog, talking about he didn't get hurt by Gamboa. His ass, he did I thought the motherfucker was breakdancing, dog. He pop locking his shit. That motherfucker was pop locking from the toe to his hand. Boo! Definitely shook up, dog. He was definitely shook up. I ain't never seen Sean Porter buckled like that, dog. Now, as far as Bud being overrated, no. I do not think he's overrated. He is the nut dude. I don't think he's overrated at all. That's a real fighter. But, dude, here's the thing, man. Styles make fights. Matchups change shit up. You know? Said he was doing the Harlem Shake. Hell yeah. The Crip. Ain't motherfucker doing the Crip walk. I can't do the Crip walk. Thought his ass was a Crip. Skipping and flipping around the ring like that, man. Said Bud asking for more money. He should be happy to be fighting right now. No, man, he ain't got to be happy to be fighting right now. He's a millionaire. He just bucked up some millions. If he don't want to take a pay cut, he ain't got to take a pay cut. He ain't got to be thankful. Top Rank got to be thankful they got his ass because he shouldn't even be over there. He shouldn't even be over there. They don't even deserve Bud. They lucked up and got Bud. They don't deserve Bud. They don't deserve Bud. In my opinion, Bud should have. Boxing would be better off if Bud was with the PBC. Okay, that's just what it is. Sometimes, dog, you gotta get around. Sometimes you gotta get. You gotta admit that this tiger does not belong in that cage. It doesn't. The tiger's not happy. You know, it doesn't have the range that it needs to make it healthy and happy. Okay, sitting in a cage. It's a shame. And that's my feeling on Bud. He don't belong there, dude. He don't belong there. Where he belongs is right over there, fighting on Fox, getting in fights with Ordeni Ugas, getting in fights with Sean Porter, Fighting Adrian Brawner. I wouldn't even mind seeing that fight, dog. Get him a little whoop up on Adrian Brawner. That's where he needs to be, dog. Seriously. That's where he needs to be. At this weight, that's where he needs to be. Because that's where all the fights are, man. And that's where all his fans are. Because his fans don't like Top Rank. His fans ain't in love with Top Rank, dog. Because Top Rank ain't in love with his fans. It's just what it is. And now at this point in time, dog, especially with Paulie Malignaggi saying what Paulie Malignaggi said, there ain't no need to hide behind it. Ain't no need to act like that shit ain't the fucking case. Okay? Errol gave Kell Brook PTSD. If Brook get pressed too hard, he gonna fold up now. Dude, Ace, he's had years to recover. That was back 2 years ago, man. Stanley says, and you're right, I want to see Bud Crawford versus Kell Special K Brook, and Terrence Bud versus Showtime Sean Porter, then Errol the Truth versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Would love to see that. Would love to see it. SB Stay Sharp said he's killing his legacy and his pockets. He's making good money, man. I really can't go off say too much about Bud's pockets, okay? Because I don't believe in talking shit about dudes with more money than me. Terence Crawford has come a long way from Terence Crawford's career, man. Like, really and truly. That if he wasn't so talented, he would have never gotten where he is. Like, he had to have like godsend type of talent to come up the way that he came up. Really. Because he shouldn't have never been where he is. Making it as a first alternate in the Olympics from a country where you can get a gold medal and still get treated like shit. You know what I mean? Like, if he was from the UK, I'll put it this way. If Terence Crawford was from the UK, Terence Crawford would be mega fucking UK star, dude. Mega star in the UK. If they had anything resembling a fighter that good, they would be. Which brings me to another point, man. Dog, we got a better fighter than anybody does. Like, you were like, when Paulie was like, the days of the Europe, the black fighter are over. The days of the black champions of dominating is over. It's the Eastern European, dog. They don't have near a fighter on this planet better than the top four black, there might be one. Let me try to just be like as real as I can about this. The best fighter in the world is Terence Crawford. There ain't no fighter outside the United States better than Terence Crawford. Nobody is better than him. Nobody. And I believe that. Now, at welterweight, I think Errol Spence Jr. beats him. And I think Errol Spence is the only one that beats him. And I think that's a style thing. And the fact that they ain't got anybody better than Errol Spence Jr. either. Ain't got anybody better than Errol Spence Jr. Who outside of the United States is better than Terence Crawford Jr. B? Who outside the United States is better than, oh, you think I'm playing Gerardo? Who is better than Terence Crawford? Who's better than Terence Crawford? That ain't tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs and ain't already got a loss. Nope, dope fiend. And he lost to an old man. He tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs and he lost to an old man. And on Canelo. Canelo's a great fighter, but Canelo and Bud, no. And you can look at all of the judging criteria, scoring criteria in boxing. Bud is as good in every category as Terence Crawford. Clean and effective punching, Bud is just as good, just as clean, just as effective. His ring generalship is better. Terence Crawford's ring generalship is better than Canelo's. His defense is about what and what, because Canelo's got great defense, great upper head, great upper body movement. Terence Crawford is as good in all four of those categories as Canelo Alvarez, and he's better. He has better ring generalship, because you never see Bud having to go up against the ring, go up against the ropes in order to bait somebody to come in because he can't catch him with his feet. Canelo Alvarez has great upper body defense. His foot speed is nowhere near Terence Crawford's. And then Terence Crawford's attack is much more versatile because he can fight as well in the southpaw stance as most southpaw fighters can fight. And he can fight in the orthodox stance. And he can switch it. So his ring generalship is just light years better. Dude, he's just better than Canelo. And he's never lost, and Canelo has. And he's never tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs, and Canelo has. Next. Who's the next guy? Anybody else? That's why I say is, take that back. He got beat up. Oh, did he get beat up by Mayweather? He just got outclassed by Mayweather. Just made easy money for Mayweather. It was easy money for him, man. Easy money. Like, couldn't even compete with, dude, he didn't just lose to Floyd Mayweather. Dude, he didn't give Floyd Mayweather Jr. as good a fight as Marcos McDonough. He didn't fight Floyd Mayweather as well as Marcos McDonough did. So nah, man, I can't do it. I can't do it. So is there anybody else? Yeah, he lays on the ropes because he can't keep up. He lays on the ropes because he's not fast of foot enough to walk somebody down. It's not like Errol Spence. Like Errol Spence is fast of foot and he can cut the ring off. He can cut the ring off and he can box you into the corner. When have you seen Canelo Alvarez cut the ring off? Have you ever seen Canelo Alvarez walk somebody down by cutting off the ring and cut off the ring and angle them into a corner and start beating them up? No, it's not part of his game. What he'll do is lay up against the ropes and hopes he can slip and counter you. So now, by the way, I do think Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter. I think he's a great fighter. And people familiar with the channel know that I've spoken highly about Canelo Alvarez for years. I really do believe he's a great fighter. But I can't do, not with the performance-enhancing drugs and not over Terence Crawford. He said, no, only Kovalev. He didn't even walk Kovalev. He didn't cut the ring off on Kovalev. Kovalev just stopped because Kovalev's slow. Canelo's been a pro since he was 16. What's your point? Stop making excuses. He did it versus Gennady Golovkin. He didn't cut the ring off against Gennady Golovkin. He didn't. No, he didn't. He stood in the middle of the ring and fought with Gennady Golovkin. He didn't cut the ring off. That shit happened in the middle of the exchanges happened in the middle of the ring. And then Gennady Golovkin started fighting on the back foot because he couldn't hit Canelo. Don't you think Spence beats Canelo? I don't know if he does or he doesn't. Right now, I would probably favor Canelo. In a fight with Errol, I mean, how couldn't I? There's a guy's at 168 pounds, and Terence Crawford and Errol Spence is at 147. So he's not at that weight class yet, and I would have to see what Errol looked at. I think Errol will be stronger at 154 than he is at 147. But I mean, dude, Canelo Alvarez is the truth. He really is the truth, you know? So, I mean, right now I would lean to, I think there's a chance that Errol might get him. But, you know, that's not going to be an easy fight for Errol Spence Jr. Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter. Without a doubt, he's a great fighter. I just don't think on the pound-for-pound consideration, that's tough. That's tough to get Crawford. Because Crawford's only weakness is his chin. I mean, as far as what I see, yeah, he stepped to Gennady Golovkin, but Gennady Golovkin he didn't chase him down. First fight, Canelo rope-a-dope. Second fight, he went toe-to-toe. Yeah, but see that rope-a-dope stuff, that's what he would do because he couldn't really even touch him. Because you really can't touch Canelo. Now, Royal Hardscape, I don't know that either. Because the style for Canelo Alvarez is Errol Spence Jr.'s style, if he's strong enough, will be very tough on Canelo too. If Errol Spence is full, they're about the same height. They're about the same reach. If Errol Spence if his weight and he's a legitimate 160, like a legitimate strong 160 pounder, he could be Canelo. The style is tough, man. The style is very tough. That's why it's terrible. The way that Errol Spence Jr. fights is a difficult fight for anybody because he's a southpaw, because he cuts off the ring, and because he's a body puncher, because he goes body head, and that would be a problem for Canelo because Canelo's defense is people going at his head. You can't hit his chin. I mean, it's very, 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 very tough to lay a hand on Canelo Alvarez's chin because his shit is just so sweet. I mean, his upper body movement is sweet. There ain't no way to say it other than that. However, that body is right there, and he doesn't have tremendous amount of foot speed, and he's not a volume puncher. He's a pot shot type of guy. Errol Spence Jr. is a volume guy. He's a volume guy. What's up, Fannon Fantasy? Oh, that's what's up. Oh, by the way, definitely check out my man D-Style Boxing. Subscribe to the channel. He's got a great tournaments going on over on his channel. I hear my man who just lost to Purnell. Just said, didn't Purnell just win one of your deals? Much love, man. He said, Lara touched that chin plenty. Yeah. Well, that's Lara. Lara's a beast, dude. Spence struggled against Porter. Man, Nello hurts him. Why? First of all, that's Sean fucking Porter, dude. Everybody struggles against Sean Porter. Canelo Alvarez doesn't fight like Sean Porter. That's an entirely different style of fighter, man. Definitely a different style of fighter, man. Oh, said Whitaker won the light welter tournament, so the 140, the lightweight, excuse me. He won the 135. That's what's up. Dude, don't watch, dude. And by the way, Errol Spence Jr. beat up Sean Porter. He won that fight. Who doesn't struggle with Sean Porter? Everybody struggles with Sean Porter. He's the top-notch fighter. Canelo Alvarez struggled with Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, that's a tough thing, man. Ward had a chance to come back and negotiate with Canelo last year, but chose not to. Why would he? Why the fuck would he fight Canelo Alvarez? Why would he? He's retired. He's retired, and your boy's juiced up. Okay? He's retired, and your boy is juiced up. Why would he go fight? Why would he come out of retirement to fight Canelo Alvarez and get set up? Come on, man. Come on, man. He said, exactly. Why would he? Why would he fight Andre Ward? Why would Andre Ward fight him? Why would he come out of retirement to fight him? Canelo didn't want. Canelo was fighting when he was fighting. He could have moved to 168, couldn't he? Couldn't he? But anyway, just so you know, steroids out of the fucking equation, Andre Ward will mop fucking Canelo Alvarez. Let's get some shit straight since you want to bring it up. You're saying that as if you believe that Andre Ward would have come out of retirement if he believed he could beat Canelo. If those two guys fought when Andre Ward was active, Andre Ward would beat the piss out of Canelo Alvarez. With proper drug testing, he will beat the piss out of Canelo Alvarez. It's not even a close. That wouldn't even be a close fight, man. That dude is not Andre Ward, man. Said Porter would beat Canelo. I don't know. Canelo's not fighting Ward without an entire computer all cow. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Dude, that's why I can't have your boy out there, because you guys are acting like the dude's not a dope fiend, like he's not a drug offender, dude. You're not gonna you can't take him and you can't talk Canelo without talking steroids. Look how he looked in that fight against, and let me be very clear with you. This is not ESPN. This is not Showtime. This is my opinion. Canelo out where we get to say exactly what you see. Canelo Alvarez looked like the Incredible fucking Hulk at 168, at 175 pounds. He is, in my opinion, and I have no doubt about it, on performance-enhancing drugs when he fought Sergey Kovalev. If he isn't, then I would hate to see what he looked like if he was. If Canelo Alvarez was not on performance-enhancing drugs against Sergey Kovalev, he needs to get on them and go fight Anthony Joshua. He needs to immediately get on him and go to heavyweight. Since they're all using him at heavyweight, then he might as well go jump in there with Dillian White, because he will be a monster on that Nandrolone. The boy is doping, man, and you know it. So that's my thing. You know he got caught doping. You can see the dude in the ring at 175 pounds, looking like he's 190 pounds with no body fat, and then remember that he came from 154 pounds. Nah, dude, I'm not going too far. I'm keeping it real. Canelo Alvarez tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs before his second fight with Gennady Golovkin for Computerol. Canelo Alvarez got in the ring at 175 pounds, muscle to the hilt, with not a smidgen of body fat on him. Somehow, inside of a year, inside of 2 years, he put on what? 20 pounds of muscle? The human body doesn't work like that, friend. I'm not going too far. I'm telling you why he's not on my pound for pound anymore. And it would be ridiculous of me to say otherwise, because it's obvious. Oh, he tested positive twice on 2 tests. I can't do it, dog. But anyway, he said, and Canelo actually gassed his leg, but this time he packed on 20 pounds of muscle and didn't gas. Yeah, dude, it's just, with Canelo, stop, dude. I like Canelo. I was a big Canelo fan. I think he's a terrific fighter. But, dude, if there is anybody, I got you. I'm about to roll off with a sin OG right now. But if there's anybody that's on dope in boxing, it's Canelo. Okay? But look, I'm going to get out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. Make sure you go over there and check out my man KQKC Boxing. He should be coming on right now. And with that, I'm out. Peace.